This is the final video of a month-long course about the creation of Webquests. Before showing my work, I would like to thank our facilitator, mentor, the creator of the course, Dr Nellie Deutsch. This is the third course I've taken with her this year, and the quality is incredibly high. The courses are very professional, and they are participated by international teachers from all over the world, and so the collaborative experience is incredibly enriching. So thank you again for this course. So this is the Webquest, and this is the full Google Doc giving all the instructions to the students. So we have several sections which you can see here. This is the contents and an interactive contents, in fact. So you have an introduction, a task with the team assignments, the process, the resources, the evaluation section, and the conclusion and the credits here. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Before this version, I had to polish my Google document a little. So what did I do? First of all, I checked it for consistency, because this document was produced with the help of AI bot created by Mrs. Nellie Deutsch, and the bot is called the Webquest Wizard, and it was created in ChatGPT. For most of this work was produced by AI with the advice and recommendations of Dr. Deutsch. After putting all the sections together, I needed to polish the whole document for consistency, because the AI sometimes produced some text addressing the teacher, and sometimes it produced text addressing the students. So I changed it, I modified it in order to have a consistency and have a Webquest that is addressing only the students. Then I had to eliminate some repetitions, because some of the parts of the Webquest were repeated and repeated, because ChatGPT tends to be a little verbose. So I eliminated, for example, I had eliminated some evaluation information which was distributed here in the evaluation criteria at the end of the process section, number 11, at the end of the process section, and finally in a dedicated section. What did I do? First of all, in the first part, I just gave the general criteria. Then in the process section, I clarified that the evaluation would assess both team and individuals. And I also clarified that the object of my assessment would be the written report, the quiz, and the presentation, oral presentation to the class. And finally, I declared that there could be differences in the evaluation of individual members of a team and the team as a whole. The evaluation section is the most detailed, where I gave the general evaluation criteria for each of the productions, so the written report, the teamwork through observation, the digital presentation, the oral presentation, and the oral presentation. There are rubrics, and the rubrics are fully accessible to the students well, I know I linked them somewhere. So this is a separate document leading to the evaluation rubrics. So if you click this link, you land here. These are the rubrics, and they are fully accessible to the students. There are also a couple of self-evaluation checklists to help the students. So they are for every single item that is going to be evaluated, including teamwork. Okay, going back, another thing that I checked for repetition is the conclusion. The conclusion was very long in the AI proposal, and so I had to simplify it. The next step was simplifying the whole document. Simplifying the whole document because we were requested to upload it onto Gamma, which is a web service, an AI application that uses Google Documents to automatically create either presentation slides or full websites. In the free version of Gamma, you have a word limitation, in the number of the slides or cards, they call them cards, that you can create, and the number of words, which are a total of 5,000. You cannot exceed 5,000 words. As a consequence, I had to simplify my document, and so I created a light version of this document, and then I eliminated the resources, because I have more or less 50 different resources for my 6 teams. And then I, of course, eliminated the rubrics, and I also eliminated the full credits, which can be seen here. So there are the credits, APA style for both the articles and the videos that I used as resources for the teamwork. When I had done this long work, I decided to make a final change to my Webquest, because in the original scaffolding I had asked my students to create a timeline, a collaborative timeline, in fact. So they were to use the same application and to add what they considered the most important events to this collective timeline. I finally decided, as I have time constraints, that it would be easier for my students and more effective for the whole work to have the students create quizzes rather than a collective timeline. So in the final deliverables, I eliminated all the references to a timeline, and I added a multiple choice quiz that they are asked to create for their classmates with the key dates, events, ideas you think they should remember. This will be very useful for revision before their final diploma exam next year in 2025, because this Webquest is going to be really used by my students. I hope this will make the Webquest more usable by the whole class and more engaging. So I finally managed to upload the Webquest to Gamma, and I'm showing you the final result. So this is the website, which is public, meaning that you can reach it. And I used my own images. These images have been created by AI, but they are not the images proposed by Gamma, because I didn't like them. I wanted some more consistent images, that is, images related with the topic of my Webquest. I also did a number of changes in the organization of the content. For example, the team topics were distributed over 2 different cards, and I decided to concentrate them in just one. in order to be able to add a final card or slide. This can be expanded. Team debrief, individual feedback. And so this is a card that I added with the acknowledgements to the work of Dr. Deutsch and the fellow participants to the course, which made this course unforgettable. And then I added some buttons that lead you to the full Webquest, the ones I showed you, the evaluation rubric, and of course a full credits list, which is a must in these kind of works. Okay, I think this is all. Thank you for getting to this point, and thank you to my mentor again.